Hello, my name is Joaquin Carrizo. This is for my persuasive essay. After another year of working hard to balance your grades, GPA, work, and life outside of school to build to the best of your abilities, you endured difficult moments at school, in your own house, and starting to question why you're doing all this. You're exhausted after spending countless all-nighters trying to wrap your brain around a material that you didn't understand in class because the teacher was having a lousy week and didn't properly prepare you for the toughest part of the school year. You even went through the effort of turning in your assignments on time to get full credit that you need to feel reassured about your grade. You fail. After all your effort and after all the time you put into your classes and securing your future, you fail. The question isn't why did you fail after working so hard. The question is what caused you to fail. The answer is obvious. It's the same culprit behind almost every young student's stress and countless study sessions that turn to restless nights. The reason why I now depend on coffee to make my morning bearable at the age of 18. My greatest adversary, standardized testing. Standardized testing is an absolute stupidity. It was meant to be used as a measurement of what a student learns and improves on after a year of class and learning. In today's schools, standardized testing is treated like how the Spartans bred their warriors. If you didn't pass their stupid and inaccurate standards, then you were left behind to die or scrape by on the crumbs of bread those more capable than you feasted on. Now, ridiculous comparisons aside, students, parents, and even teachers have agreed in saying, what's the point in keeping good grades when all a student has to do is pass the final exam? It honestly seems like standardized testing is being used more as an excuse to make a student pay more money to retake an exam that no one is ever guaranteed to pass. These tests don't actually measure the skills we want students to learn, or how well teachers can teach. We need students to learn skills such as critical thinking, creative and complex problem solving, or any redeeming skills that makes a student makes a student truly outstanding. Every student is different and unique. You can't expect every student to be good at testing, or be patient enough to read through every question to ultimately still fail the same question on the retake. Furthermore, when a parent receives a letter in the mail, an email, a phone call from the school, or is told in person by their own child how they're positive the test they studied for weeks to pass has probably failed the exam, you have nothing to show for it aside from a score on a piece of paper. Parents receive no information on what the child excels at and should focus on, or any information about what it is they need to work on. And having a score on a piece of paper is not reassuring in the slightest. Besides it being insulting to parents, teachers, and most of all the student, it's outrageous to judge a student by a number given for a subject that is held to be important for life, and held to be completely useless in a student's perspective. Test scores never tell the whole story. Students are seen as data being compared to the data from the year before, all the while never caring about an individual student's progress. A child can psychologically be abused by parents or bullied at school, starving at night because of shares of food they gave to their younger siblings who were even hungrier. But by all means, if the kid knows how to read at an average adult level, and know complicated mathematical solutions that are absolutely necessary to function as a singer, dancer, and hair designer, etc., then the real world will be a piece of cake compared to high school. In conclusion, is the school system flawed? Yes. Can it be fixed? Not right now or eventually, sadly. The current education system leaves many students feeling boxed in or absurdly overwhelmed with useless material. Schools should encourage students to go above mediocre levels in all careers and not hold students back because of some ridiculous standards. Many schools are failing to encourage and nourish young minds to explore different alternatives and careers. And no matter where you were born or what area code your school resides in, every child deserves an equal chance to excel in academics and at life. Thank you.